The defendant purchased a dog from a woman on the street.
Yes.
14 secrets about Judge Judy that she should have made sure were locked up for life. Judge Judy is the longest-lasting court reality show in the genre's history, and the titular judge, Judy Shinlin, is now one of the most famous people in America. Her no-nonsense attitude and tough talking made her a very good TV star and very much admired judge to boot. But what goes on behind the cameras, and what is Judy really like when the wig comes off? Well, perhaps unsurprisingly, the terrifying courtroom titan tends to remain tight-lipped about her private life. But some details have still leaked out, even if she'd rather they had.
Down.
Number 14. People who appear in front of Judy are carefully selected. Plenty of boring cases go through the court system every day, but you won't see them on Judge Judy. That's because 60 researchers sift through cases throughout the country, putting forward only the juiciest to appear on the show. People suing family members are particularly sought after. Executive producer Randy Douthat told WDRB in 2012, "The way it pulls in the audience a little bit more, there's an emotional tie that's been broken, and you end up with a bit of a mini soap opera." Number 13. Judy competed against her husband for ratings. In 1999, Judge Judy rival, the People's Court, employed the eponymous star's husband, Jerry Shinlin, as a reality TV judge. Luckily, though, it didn't seem to cause much marital friction. Jerry told Variety after retiring in the year 2000, "Part of the adventure was trying to nip at the heels of my wife. Unfortunately, I could never catch up with her." Number 12. She also competed against a former boss. It was Ed Koch, New York City's mayor in 1982, who appointed Judy as a criminal court judge. He was impressed by her sharpness and tough attitude. But then he got a little taste of it himself when he got a job on the People's Court. Rival Judy was reportedly proud to have her show constantly come out on top. Number 11. She makes millions every year from the show. For those of you who don't know, Judge Judy is an almost unfathomably wealthy woman. Since 2012, she's been raking in a whopping $47 million every year from her show, according to Forbes. The publication's website added that her net worth totaled $445 million in 2020. Naturally, this makes her one of the highest-paid TV stars in America, so she'll be able to keep buying lacy collars for a long, long while. Number 10. The show has been accused of racism. In 2007, a former producer on Judge Judy filed a lawsuit claiming that producer Randy Douthat had vowed to stop featuring black people on the show. He allegedly told his staff to only look for white, upscale, pretty people instead, though an anonymous insider told TMZ that the case had no merit. Number 9. Another judge once deemed Judy a disgrace to the profession. Not everyone is a Judge Judy fan. Indeed, one-time People's Court star Judge Joseph Wapner never liked her. He told Metropolitan News in 2003, "She's a disgrace to the profession. She does things I don't think a judge should do. She tells people to shut up. She's rude. She's arrogant. She demeans people." Judy, however, largely ignored him. Number 8. The show looks like it's filmed in New York, but it isn't. Judy used to work in New York. Her show's intro shows images of New York, and there's a New York State flag behind her chair. But Judge Judy is actually filmed in California, and it became abundantly clear to viewers that the show was filmed on the West Coast when an earthquake hit the studio in 2008. Number 7. Judy owns several multi-million-dollar properties. What do you do when you're a multi-millionaire reality TV star? You invest in real estate, of course. Judge Judy owns 4 expensive properties in Connecticut, Rhode Island, and California, plus a main home in Florida. The latter home alone features 11 bathrooms and 6 bedrooms, according to Cheat Sheet. Yep, it's all right for some. Number 6. An insider has claimed she treats her staff badly. An anonymous source who went to Radar Online in 2016 claimed that Judge Judy treated her staff like dirt. It's an unsubstantiated report, but the unnamed person said that Judy's unwritten rules included: don't say something stupid or you pay the price, avoid speaking, avoid eye contact. Yikes. Number 5. The Judge Judy audience makes $8 an hour. The eagle-eyed viewers among you may have spotted that certain members of the audience keep repeatedly cropping up in the background, and that's because they're actually paid to be there. Yes, would-be actors keen to get their faces on TV can apply to the show's producers and reportedly make $8 an hour for their troubles. Number 4. Her husband has publicly discussed their sex life. Judge Judy might have wished in April 2015 that her husband wasn't quite so talkative, because when the pair of them gave an interview to the Daily Mail, she said she never kept any of her TV awards in her bedroom, and her husband chimed in with, "No awards? She just gave me an award last night." Cheeky. Number 3. She was once sued over some expensive china. In 2013, Judge Judy suddenly became involved in her producer Randy Douthat's expensive divorce. His ex-wife claimed that Douthat had sold Judy some $514,421 worth of china for just $50,000 as part of some sort of revenge conspiracy. Judy told TMZ at the time, "I don't owe this lady a cent," and indeed the eventual ruling was that she did not. Number 2. She lost her private jet in a storm. Judge Judy has millions of dollars, 5 houses, and a yacht. But does she have a private jet too? You bet she does. Or rather, she did. She used it to fly to tapings of Judge Judy, but it was wrecked in the 2016 El Nino storm. It's unlikely she's flying coach now, though. Number 1. A show participant said Judge Judy ruined his life. In 2015, David Kahaliski, a one-time Judge Judy participant, told Radar Online the show had destroyed him. He claimed that the producers had tried to get him to look money-hungry and outed him as gay on television. David added, "Being on the show ruined my life." The world is filled with stories going viral every single day. But how many of these sites can you actually follow? We understand that your day should start with positive stories, stories that resonate with you. And so we started JoJo Stories. Our mission is to create meaningful stories that cover everything from animals to anthropology, history to environment and lifestyle. The kind of content you read on our site will be one you'll want to share with your family and friends. We hope you'll join our growing family and be part of our community. Welcome to JoJo Stories. JoJoStories.com.